This podcast is part of the Everyday Heroes Podcast Network, the network for first responders and those who support them.
Well, welcome back again. We're going to give you a little filler episode this week.
Ripped from the headlines.
Ripped from the headlines. This is Walter Cronkite with my big thick glasses, which probably half the audience is like, who?
Yeah, I was going to say no one.
Nobody knows who Walter Cronkite is. One of the kids last night couldn't tell me what the date of the Declaration of Independence is. And you know who you are if you're listening.
I bet I know who it is.
No, you'd be shocked at who it was.
Oh, really?
We'll
talk later.
I was like, he's like, I don't know, like 1789. I was like, are you serious? And I think what I was more horrified by was that nobody seemed to think the fact that they don't know the history of their own country was not important. It just, if you don't know it, you're doomed to repeat it.
Right.
So, in case you don't know, our independence was July 4th, 1776. The Freedom Tower in New York.
When was the Constitution signed, though?
The Constitution's like later.
But that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's what he was thinking.
I just was like, dude, we celebrate.
I mean, you should know when the
4th of July. Yes. The date's plastered every 4th of July. It should
Independence.
be like
Independence
Day. The day we declare.
Yeah.
And I was so we was talking about it today, and I was like, okay, what's the first signature? And they're all looking at me. I'm like, it's the biggest signature on the Declaration.
It's what we call a signature.
Right.
Yeah.
And she was like, John Hancock? I'm like, yeah, John! I'm like, you know why he was so big? So he could read it without his glasses. All right. So, ripped from the headlines. Back at you again. So, Laura's going to start hers, and then I've got one that you're not going to expect. And then we're going to follow up with a little email.
Yeah.
And then we're going to critique Halloween kills. We're going to critique that.
All right.
Okay? Because this episode's going to come out before Halloween, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So this is from WMUR.com from an article on October 11th, 2021.
Uh-oh.
On October 10th, 2021, a 14-year-old girl from Yarmouth, Maine, was hiking with family and friends along the Falling Water Trail.
That sounds bad.
She tried to climb an area of Cloudland Falls. She slips and falls almost the entire length of the waterfall, which is 50 feet tall.
Shit.
She had to be carried out and brought to the hospital for serious but non-life-threatening
Well, that's good.
injuries.
I thought you were going to tell me she died.
No. Officials said the hikers were not prepared. Shocker. They say the White Mountains are, quote-unquote, rugged and unforgiving.
Yeah, I believe it.
People need to research trails, prepare equipment and supplies, and make sure they have enough experience to successfully complete the hike. You can't just climb up mountains if you don't know what you're doing, if you've never done it before, and if you are not prepared, because bad things happen. Also, don't climb on the side of waterfalls.
We should do the deaths on Mount Washington.
Oh, all right.
That's a good one, huh? All the deaths on Mount Washington.
Yeah. Anyways, be prepared.
Be prepared.
Like this hiking that the people in California do, like up those dirt paths.
Yeah.
That is like walking up a mountain. Or
Not
there's
in the
hiking
White
in the
Mountains.
woods,
Yeah,
in
not
the
the White
mountains.
Mountains.
Like it's a completely different.
And the weather changes like in a second.
Yeah, you go from 80 degrees to 60 degrees to snowing to
you
foggy.
can climb Mount Washington in July and it's freezing at the top.
Yeah.
You know.
We went in the summer, I believe, and we went up to Tuckerman's Ravine when I was little. It was a full bowl. Full bowl of snow. People were skiing.
Yeah.
But
and
then,
it's like
of course, then it's really bad for avalanches because it's melting and whatever. So it was like you were having a heart attack. But these people friggin' skiing down the thing. We had started in like t-shirts.
Yeah. There's no way to get me skiing Tuckerman's Ravine.
Oh my God.
No.
I was little and I still remember people skiing and thinking, oh my God, they're going to go over. They're going to go over. They're going to go over.
And they climb up with all the ski gear.
Yeah. Well, they have to. There's nothing to bring you to the top.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
Not worth it to me.
No.
Well, Laura, we're going to talk October 5th, 2021.
Okay.
If you guys don't believe me with what I'm going to tell you, there's a TikTok video about it.
Well, if you don't believe us, please leave TikTok.
will tell you how to live your life. Jean shorts send woman to hospital with life-threatening wedgie.
Ew.
Wedgie. Okay, so we're going to just read it because I really can't do much justice to it. Okay, so some people will go to great lengths for fashion, but one woman's choice of shorts wound up sending her to the hospital, and she shared her story on TikTok.
Of course,
because you have nothing better to do. I would never share this on any social media.
No.
Because I'd be horrified and embarrassed. But she shared it. She's very proud of it. Her name is Sam, and in her video, the 25-year-old North Carolina native explained how she chose to wear jean shorts on a full day date with a guy she recently met. A full day date.
In North Carolina.
In North Carolina.
You get swamp ass already. You leave the house.
Well, I don't know when this happened. I'm going to say it's October, but it's still hot down there. So she wrote on the clip that she had a wedgie for 8 hours.
Ew!
Yep. Nope. But
Go
she
to
didn't
discreetly pull it out.
Oh, she did many times.
Oh, okay.
But she didn't think much of it until the next day when she woke up with a really sore butt.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. As days went on, she felt more and more sick and eventually went to a doctor, who gave her antibiotics for a possible skin infection on her derriere.
Oh.
It didn't help, and the next day she felt so bad that she couldn't walk because of a stabbing pain in her butt.
Oh, no.
She went to the ER, and she's admitted to the ICU.
Oh, my God.
With what doctors diagnosed as a bacterial skin infection called cellulitis that led to life-threatening septic shock
Oh,
from
my
a
God.
fucking wedgie. How about get a pair of goddamn shorts that fit?
Oh, my God.
I don't know how she lasted 8 hours with a wedgie. I'd be like an hour into that. I'd be like, dude, you gotta take me home. I gotta change these.
Yeah, I gotta change.
I'm putting on sweatpants.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't care how hot it is. I'm putting on sweatpants. I love my sweatpants. God damn it. I love them. Okay, so during her week in the ICU, she was told she might need the infected part of her butt cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Those were some shorts.
Hmm.
But thankfully it didn't come to that. Though she did have to show her tush to a bunch of physicians.
Oh.
She literally, there's a picture of her on TikTok and all the writing. I mean, I just can't believe the narcissism these people have. Like, I don't give a shit. They did not have to do the surgery, thank God, the Lord, but I did endure trauma of my mother taking selfies of me while I'm asleep in the hospital bed. Well, that's traumatic. Not sharing the story of your wedgie. That's traumatic.
Not almost losing part of your ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in a follow-up video, she explains that she wore boy shorts underneath that kept bunching up underneath the jean shorts. Again,
why would you wear boy shorts under jean shorts?
I don't know why. Okay. She admitted in the comments to picking many wedgies during her date. It's those wedgies that caused her to chafe. And likely she got a small cut.
Mm-hmm.
Bacteria, because it's your ass,
And it's filthy.
then got into the cut, which led to the cellulitis and sepsis. In the end, though, it wasn't all that bad. She explained that she's still with the guy who she was dating when all of this happened, and they're going to tell that story at the wedding.
Oh, my God.
A wedgie. Again, Get a pair of shorts that fit.
We have to cut out huge areas of people's perineum.
Yeah.
Because of these infections.
Yes.
Like, you can lose your whole ass.
Your china.
Give everything.
Your scrotum.
Like,
yeah.
It's so bad. Like, she's so lucky that that's all that happened.
And that the sepsis, because you're going to ignore it because you think, like, where the hell did I get? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Disgusting.
That is awful.
Okay, we got an email. It's a repeat writer. And it's quite an email.
It's very long.
It's very long, but you guys are going to have the pleasure of hearing it.
Yep. Okay, so this is labeled Sand Dunes and ATVs, which is weird. Why? Anyways.
Which is weird. I don't know why I'm reading this, but I'm going to.
Okay. It says, ladies, second time writing in. I absolutely love. I think it means love you too.
I love you too.
I quote you guys so often now, which is frightening.
You know what? I say shit and people write to me and tell me I'm offensive. So I don't know why you're quoting me, dude. All right?
Maybe don't quote Nicole.
Unless you want to get in trouble, don't listen to what I'm writing.
Don't quote her. Anytime I'm out and we're doing something you've covered, it's always, I don't know, guys. Laura and Nicole talked about this. I don't know if it's a good idea. Good on you. We won't have to do a rip from the headlines for you. I have a few things, so get comfy. Okay, everybody? I'm might comfy. Be long. To start off, we spent the weekend on a houseboat this summer. Goals. I want to do that in Seattle, Washington.
The
houseboat.
Yeah.
I want to go stay on a houseboat. My parents, my son, myself, and my dog. It went about as well as you can guess with my New England parents and a 24-pound beagle. Yep, lots of alcohol was consumed. Anyway,
what does that mean? New England parents are alcoholics?
Offended. Anyway, so we're anchored against this cove and it's sketchy. There was another boat about 70 yards from us, and we're both tied to stakes in the sand in these puny little trees. The other boat had like a bajillion people on it, and they're hammered. I don't think they ever stop drinking on a Sunday afternoon. I'm up on the top deck sunning and hear them start hollering. Their boat came undone. They lost their ties, and this ginormous houseboat starts floating into the middle of the lake. There were people behind it in its path, and they're drunk, trying to clamber up the little ladder or swim out of the way. The only guy who knew how to drive this giant thing wasn't on board.
Of course he wasn't. He was in the water.
So they're screaming. I'm laughing my ass off. I know, I'm a bit morbid. And my dad is getting out of the water, shaking his head. He climbs onto our little fishing boat, and he and my mom meander over. And my dad had to repark this monstrosity, get it tied back up.
And if he's from New England, he was like, what the hell?
Jesus Christ,
Son
give me
of
the
a
rope.
bitch bastards.
Their guys spent like 2 hours trying to hammer the stakes back into the sand. No one was hurt, thankfully, and the entire process was hysterical. Boat safety, it's your friend. I heard y'all's voices in my head that entire weekend, and best believe everyone, including the dog, was invested the whole time.
Oh, the little dog. How cute when he beat a little
I
bastard.
know. They hated me. Next, I think you guys should cover sand dunes, sand buggies, quads, and dirt bikes. Good idea.
It is a good idea.
Yeah.
I just never think of them because
No.
I'm never encountering them.
No.
I don't go down to the sand dunes on the Cape.
No. We go out to the dunes in California 5 times during the winter, and the shit you see. This is another time where drinking and motor vehicle operation mix, and yeah, it's bad. I've seen accidents where people try to jump their side by sides, think an overpowered golf cart on steroids with a roll cage,
Ooh.
and they end up face planting in the sand.
No
We
kidding,
call
huh?
those lawn dots. LOL, I've seen them roll down the side of the hills, hit each other. It's a mess. A couple of years ago, a little girl was playing on a sandhill by her camp and got run over by a sandrail. She was 6 or so.
Oh, my God.
She was thankfully fine. I think just a broken leg or something because the sand is very forgiving.
Yeah.
But it was scary. I was out there with my son and his friend watching them ride quads on the small hillside when my son, who was then 9, got his stuck at the top of the hill because, of course, that's where it would happen. So I jump on the other kid's quad to go rescue Bean, and it was softer than I expected. I stop at the wrong angle, and the thing dumps me off. I roll a bit,
And
and then
like a lot of fun, to
I
be
know.
honest with you.
and you have to wear the thing on your face because the sand flies everywhere.
Because you look like a Mad Max
Yeah.
character.
I roll a bit and then look up to see the thing rolling towards me. Have you ever seen a cat go from standing still to jumping sideways halfway across the room? That was me. I was sure I was going to get crushed by this thing, but it missed me and rolled all the way down the hill. My
Thank
dad
God.
then had to still go up and rescue my son.
Her dad?
Yeah.
This
Like
poor
someone
guy,
else
the
had to
guy
go
that
in.
had to rescue
I
the
know.
boat people. Now
He's like,
it's
I'm
right.
not going away
It's
with
like, I'm
you
done.
people.
I'm staying back in New England.
Out at the dunes we go to, there's a giant hill that everyone gathers at day and night, and we take turns driving up, across, and down the thing. Many accidents happen there, and you see cars just cartwheeling down the thing. Occasionally people die.
Very blasé about this. There's cars falling around everywhere. People die.
Occasionally people die.
Great
Just
time.
occasionally.
We go every day.
5 times a winter. It's tragic and usually results of people being stupid or drunk.
Yeah.
Shocker. It's so ominous at the end of the weekend as everyone is leaving to see a camp completely untouched and
That
abandoned
would be disturbing.
and know it likely belongs to whomever was life flighted out of there that weekend.
That's disturbing.
Yeah. The closest town to Dumont is Baker, California. And I don't know if you guys have ever been there. Nope. But it's literally a one-street town. There's only a few gas stations and a murder motel. So if you're needing to be flown out...
In a rapey bathroom.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you call them?
Yes. So if you're needing to be flown out, you're going on a bit of a trip. Winter on the West is dune season, and it kicks off on Halloween weekend. It would be perfect time to do an episode on this stuff. Well, maybe
A
next
little
year.
late, sorry.
Also, as I go back and re-listen to some old episodes, I just want to say thanks for ruining rubber duckies for me. This comes just 2 days after Grey's Anatomy ruined strawberries, so at least that week has a theme.
You know what? I think they probably stole my rubber ducky story and used strawberries instead.
I don't watch Grey's Anatomy.
Neither do I. I haven't. I think I watched season 1.
Although, well, anyway, let me finish this letter. Stay safe, ladies. Jess. Thanks, Jess, for writing in that. It's hysterical, and we will definitely do sand dunes.
Yeah. Something we never thought of.
Yeah. So I don't watch Grey's,
Mm-mm.
but my cousin is Ellen Pompeo.
Right.
We say Pompeo, but it's Ellen Pompeo. I can't watch it. My mother made me watch like the first, like made me. She's like, it's your cousin.
I don't care.
Okay, fine. And I was like, I can no longer watch this. She's off ECMO for 3
Yeah.
minutes and she's completely fine. And
It's
I
terrible.
can't watch this. It's awful. It's terrible. But if you're listening, Ellen, hire us and we
we'll
can
be-
help you
Yes, we'll make it look realistic.
to be a realistic
For
medical
season
show.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get
That'd
it
be great.
on track. Yeah. My God.
Well, here we are right before Halloween.
Mhm.
So what I've been trying to do is watch different stupid Halloween movies with my kids. One of the first being, I have never actually watched the original Friday the 13th.
Really?
I've never watched it, which Kevin Bacon's in the original Friday the 13th. Did you know that?
I remember he was in one. I didn't
He's
know
in
it
a
was the first
Speedo
one.
in the original Friday the 13th. The acting is terrible.
They're all
The
terrible.
outfits are terrible. Yeah. And I always knew it was Jason's mother, but I never knew it was literally a middle-aged woman in a sweater and turtleneck that was hatcheting people in the face, stabbing them through the bed. I'm like, she's running around in jeans and like a mom sweater.
Yeah.
And she's got like a mom haircut.
She's a mom.
Yes, but like I thought it was her wearing a Jason mask. Because I never watched it. I didn't realize it's...
Wait, Jason or Freddy?
Jason.
Oh, Jason.
It's in the original one, it's his mom killing everybody.
Halloween.
Friday the 13th.
What am I thinking?
The original Friday the 13th.
I'm thinking of Freddy Krueger.
Crystal Lake.
What is Freddy Krueger?
Freddy Krueger's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare. That's what I'm thinking.
We'll get to that next, okay? Right. See, the original Friday the 13th. She's just a woman running around killing everybody. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, this is a real good plot twist, actually, because it's like my grandma's running around killing everybody. Or it could be me, because we're middle-aged. So then we watch Freddy. Mm-hmm. It was terrible. I forgot how terrible it was.
Awful.
It's awful. The acting is awful. The special effects are terrible. I was like, wow. I was so scared of this movie.
When they'd be in their beds. And...
You know what scared me the most? It's like right in the beginning, he's got the really long arms and he's scraping the sides of the wall.
Yes.
That scared the shit out of me. It's the worst movie in the world. Yeah. It was awful. Awful. So last night's choice was the new Halloween thriller, Halloween Kills. You know what? We need to kill Halloween. Mm-hmm. Done.
Okay.
Done. Though Lenny Clark was in it, that made the movie for me. I literally watched it. I'm like, it's Lenny Clark! And my daughter's like, who's that? I'm like, he's like one of the funniest Boston comedians. And the guy from which you don't remember, Mad TV, that did Stewart. I can do it myself. Look at what I can do. He was the funniest guy in Mad TV. Mm-hmm. So he's in it. And after this, I had to Google how many times has Michael Myers been technically killed.
A million.
He's been stabbed over 40 times. Mm-hmm. He's been shot about 20 times. He's been electrocuted. He's been burned. Mm-hmm. He's been hung. Mm-hmm. He's been thrown off of balconies. Mm-hmm. He's been beheaded.
Ew.
How do you come back?
You can't come back from beheading.
From a beheading.
He was actually, we saw him beheaded. Or they just said they beheaded.
I don't know. How?
No, you can't come back. I get the shot. I mean, not that I get it, but fine. You can pretend that fine.
We've been pitchforked, stabbed, shot, and beaten with multiple baseball bats. He's still around.
The beheading really pushes it over the edge.
A little bit.
They jumped the shark with the beheading.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, enough. He kills 7 firefighters with their own equipment. Now, why'd you have to kill firefighters? No. They were there to help him. They just takes a jar of life to a guy's face.
Ew! Does he do?
Like, no, they don't show. Like, you just see the worst was somebody jumps off a building. Okay, now this is where I go. Because they're they have to show you. I don't know why. All the blood and guts and the brains.
Because it's,
But that's not what I'm looking at. I'm like, well, he left out face first. How did he end up on his back? He went head first, like, face first down.
Yeah.
They graphically show you him go out face first. He lands on his back.
Oh, God.
And the arms, like, disconnected and over his head, and his brains are everywhere, and the legs are all... I'm like, but he went head first. I'm not getting it.
That doesn't make any sense.
It was disgusting. Some of it was just disgusting. Yeah. One guy jams his thumbs into the guy's eyes, and then all this blood's oozing out. I'm like, that would be brain tissue. It wouldn't be blood.
It was gross.
It was disgusting. So, I gotta tell you, we're gonna put Halloween to rest.
The other one, what was it? H2O or...
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was pretty good, but
I didn't see this one yet. I mean, it's a cash cow for Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh my God. What does she have? She says like 2 things in them. And
it makes $1 million. Like, cash cow. Though she's got to cut her hair short again. She looks ancient.
The commercial, I saw the commercial for it and I was shocked.
There's a scene she's laying in a hospital bed and I was like, wow. Because I always thought she's aging fantastic. Mm-hmm. She looked rough in the bed.
Maybe she was supposed to.
I do think, like, with the hair and everything, she looks so much better with that short hair.
Yeah.
She needs to cut the hair. Okay. So, I mean, my all-time favorite Halloween movie ever is Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness.
Oh
Mike, please tell me you've seen it.
Mike loves that movie.
The best movie ever. I laugh my ass off every time. That is a Halloween
Mike
movie.
likes anything Bruce Campbell.
We went to see it. I took Cameron to see it in Salem. At Beverly. At midnight at the Cabot Theater, they played it. And he had never seen it before, and I went with a friend of mine, and then we were dying, like just dying laughing because it's the worst movie.
Well,
But
did you see Evil Dead 2?
of course I did.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course I did. With the chain in the hand, and it's just I love those movies. So do you have a classic Halloween movie favorite?
No.
Nothing.
I don't like movies.
God damn.
I don't know when you're gonna learn this.
To me, the most, I would say either The Crow or Donnie Darko.
Ew.
I haven't seen either one of those.
Those are my Halloween movies.
The Crow. That's the one where Bruce Lee's kid was killed, right? Yeah.
I'm not a I don't know when you're gonna learn this. When you quote movies, I'm always like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I watch like the same 3 movies: The Departed, The Town.
Anything filmed in Boston, you
Any
watch
Boston
basically.
movie, I'll
all right.
Pretty
Well, then
much
you
it.
should watch The Verdict. That's filmed in Boston. Paul Newman. It's about.
Nicole, where am I
but
gonna
wait,
even find
wait.
that? It's old.
It's based on a Boston surgical case where the woman was pregnant and they had to induce her, and she had eaten an hour before.
Oh.
And the anesthesiologist told the nurse to change that 1 to a 9 because she aspirated and ended up a vegetable. And it's the family fighting this massive Boston hospital. He's a drunk out of South Boston. Fucking great movie. Great movie.
If I can
great
find
movie.
it on Turner Classic Movies.
You could probably find it anywhere. It was a classic movie.
Okay,
That's
I'll
a
look
Boston
for it.
movie for you right
All
there.
right. That's
Excellent.
Pretty much all I watch. Mike's like, you want to watch a movie? I'm like, which one? The Town or The Departed? That's all I watch.
Which both depress me.
I
They
love
both depress
both. I
me.
love
I
them.
just I want to kill myself after watching The Departed because my favorite person dies. Like
I know.
I just and
My
I get-
cousin's in that. My mother's cousin. He's sitting at the bar. He was an extra, and he's sitting in the bar. And what's his name? You know the old dude, Jack Nicholson, walks out and he's like, "Hey, how's your mother?" To my cousin, and he's like, "Oh, she's not doing so well, like whatever." And he's like, "Oh, we're all dying or something."
Yeah.
But he like has
Talk
a
to him.
speaking role with Jack
Nicholson.
Nicholson in this movie as an extra.
I do
It's
like
awesome.
Jack Nicholson
Yeah.
in that movie. He does a good job. Yeah. All right. So that's our critique. That's our little filler episode.
Yes.
You can write into us. Tell us your favorite Halloween movies. Maybe we'll share them all next year. Maybe there's some I haven't seen yet.
Have you seen this Hocus Pocus? Because all people are
I
fucking obsessed with this.
Hate that movie.
I mean,
God
I've
damn
never
it! I
seen
hate
it,
that
but
movie.
All I see is people talking about Hocus
No,
Pocus. I'm
it
like,
was filmed
I've
in
never seen that.
Salem. So the
Yeah.
Salem Town Hall is where the dance is. It's
Yeah.
filmed in Salem. They couldn't be more 3 annoying women than I've ever met in my life. I went to Salem today, which is already wild.
Mhm.
And there was a grown-ass man dressed as one of the Hocus Pocus witches.
Yeah.
A grown-ass man.
People are obsessed. My cousin, who like critiques movies,
Mhm.
literally put up yesterday, like on his feed or something, like watched Hocus Pocus with his son. It still holds up. I'm like, I have never seen
I
this
hate it.
goddamn movie,
Watch
but
it.
all I hear is people
You're
talking
gonna
about this
cringe. You're gonna
I can't-
cringe.
I
Sarah
can't
Jessica
stand
Parker's
it.
in it. Bette Midler.
Well, I do love Sarah Jessica.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail. I hate that movie, and I hate the fucking Wizard of Oz. I hate the Wizard of Oz.
I like the Wizard
I
of
hate
Oz.
it. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it.
It was one of
you
us.
write in. Go ahead. I hate it.
It was one of our sick day movies. Like she
Ugh,
taped
it
it off
went on
TV, and you'd have to
forever.
fast forward
I
the
just
commercials. It was the
hated
TV
it.
version. We didn't have the actual. We had the, so it was
I
always
hate it.
cut to get on TV.
As soon as it would start, I'd be like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" It's and The Sound of Music's another one. I
I never
can't
saw
do,
it.
man.
I mean, I
can't.
watched like 5 minutes of it, and I
I'm
could
like
not
an
get through it.
anti-regular movies that everybody likes. I'm always like, "Oh, I hate that movie."
Sound of Music, I literally saw 5 minutes of. I can't do it.
Husband loves it. My husband
What?
loves The Sound of Music.
So Sam says to me the other day, Michael Bublé is going to like the
Oh
garden or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
and he's like, I mean, who listens to Michael Bublé? I'm like,
Brian.
Brian.
Brian listens to
He's
Michael
like,
Bublé.
what? I'm like, yeah, he likes that shit. And
me,
that other guy that
Michael
looks like an
Bublé,
elf.
He's just a rip-off crooner. He sings everybody else's songs. Sinatra songs, Martin songs. He's just a rip-off. You're a rip-off. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyways.
Enjoy Hocus Pocus.
Yes. Oh my God. I hated that goddamn movie. I'm trying to think of like...
So you could watch The Town for Halloween because they dress up in costumes.
True. But you know what? If you
My
go to-
favorite Halloween movie is The Town.
If
There
you
you
go to... what's the thing that pops up everywhere for Tuesday? It's like a running joke now. The Halloween store. Halloween Spirit Halloween.
Spirit.
They have the nun masks.
Oh, do
in
they?
the town. I was like, oh, that's from the town. And Kim's like, it's a nun. I'm like, it's from the town.
It's from the town. And the kid looks at him, and he's looking at the kid from the van. That's funny. Love that. That's my favorite Halloween movie. There you go.
That's... I don't think that counts.
It counts. There's costumes.
I don't think that counts.
I'm done. Counts.
All right, done. In the books. That's the town. Town's favorite Christmas movie because they give gifts of money to people.
Yeah.
There's oranges as gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because oranges used to be a Christmas gift,
Yes.
back in the
I
day.
do know that.
So there, it's a favorite Christmas movie too. You're covering all the holidays
I'm good.
with the two.
See? 2 best movies. They cover everything.
Hey, write in about your favorite Christmas movies because maybe we can squeeze that in before for
Don't
another
they call
filler episode.
Fenway the church too, or something.
The
like that?
cathedral.
The
Cathedral
There
of
you
Boston.
go.
Christmas Mass.
There you go. You've got it covered.
Yeah.
Wow.
All set. See that? I picked the right movies.
You know what? With that, we're gonna leave it at the town.
Yeah.
What's the famous line? Go fuck yourself. That's the best part of the whole movie. He drinks the Coke Lane on the side. Go fuck yourself. I was like, and that's what I love about that. He does the best Boston accent.
He
He's one of the
doesn't.
only
You would really
actors.
think he was
He's
from
one of the
Boston.
only actors to pull that off.
Yeah. Jeremy Renner.
All right,
love
well,
him.
this really has nothing to do
No,
with
we've
medicine,
got
but
clean
you got
off,
us. You got us unfiltered, and I realized Laura never watches movies.
Finally. After, I don't know.
years of knowing her.
16 years.
I'm gonna keep asking you, the Laura. I'm gonna get you watch it. The Verdict. That's what you're gonna watch.
All right, I'll look for it.
All right, enjoy your little filler episode. Happy Halloween. Be
Happy
safe,
Halloween.
and we'll see you after the Halloween. I guess
I don't know. Fall holidays?
after the jack-o'-lanterns get syphilis and die.
Yeah.
So the little Halloween.
Oh,
music.
yeah, I like that.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Like, subscribe, rate, and review the Scissors and Scrubs podcast on whatever podcast app you listen to us on. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Scissors and Scrubs. And email us any of your stories or thoughts to scissorsandscrubs@gmail.com.